Hey everybody, it's Kim, and we're here for another episode of Empower. Um, this is going to be a new segment that I want to do. I'll decide how often, but it's the segment itself is called I'm Just Gonna Say It. So, the point of it is to um, kind of introduce maybe a topic that it could be controversial or it could just be jarring in the sense of a wake up call kind of thing for you personally, or anything that fits in that kind of category of um, people maybe wanting to tiptoe around things or avoid the discussion of something. So today's, I'm just going to say it, is a direct challenge, I guess. I challenged myself with it first. And so, what we've been experiencing lately in the whole world, whether you're in Germany like me, in the States, in Asia, and it didn't matter where, we're all on a pause, kind of. The circumstances surrounding us have put our lives, the normalcy of our lives, on pause. And so today I want to talk about the pause in a way that we've probably heard it before. I don't know if it depends um, on who you talk to and all that, but the phrase is a pregnant pause, meaning there's a conversation going on, or there's something happening, there are things already in motion, and then there's a pause that's filled with like um, anticipation. Something's about to, you want to say something, you don't want to say something, it's awkward, you know that something should be forthcoming. So it's a pregnant pause, kind of like finish your sentence. So I want to talk about that, and I also want to talk about pressing play during this pause, because what is happening is so many of us had really big plans for this year. Um, there were businesses and books and travel and all of the things, um, graduation, and we had plans, and there was a pause pushed on our plan. Now, for some, there are plans that may not be able to come back for whatever reason. But for most of us, our plans are just the pause button has been pressed. It's a pregnant pause, this time and space where we're sitting now, because we are in anticipation, one, of this being over, two, of it being safe outside now for it to be over. Side note, stay in the house. When you go outside, put your mask on. Anyway, uh, so there's a pregnant pause in the sense of anticipating this to be over, anticipating um, creating what your life is going to look like from this time forward, because no one really is thinking that this is ever going to go back, life is ever going to go back to the way it was, the same way when 9/11 happened, and now we say things were pre 9/11. I think things, honestly, from now on, after this is over, we're going to say probably pre COVID-19, honestly, because this is a really delineating event that has occurred. Um, but I want to encourage you, if you have pushed pause on um, your dream, you're working towards whatever, because of what's been going on, because it's been a lot to process. I understand that. It has been difficult. It started, like, I was listening to a podcast, and a grief counselor, was saying, really the world has been a lot of the world has been off kilter ever since January, when Kobe and Gianna died. And then COVID happened, and then George Floyd and Breonna, and then we're being reminded now of Elijah. All of these things are happening, so our body has been out of whack, our brain has been overwhelmed, our emotional center has been haywire. And I do understand that. I honor the time that it takes to get through it. I do. But for me, it's time to press play. I can no longer sit and just wallow, uh, for lack of a better word, because I have been dealing with the emotions. Yes, I have been, but I had to take an honest look at myself and say, okay, so what are you going to do about it? Because none of these things ever changes without someone changing it. And so I was saying to myself, but it's so overwhelming, and it's, yes, it is. And while I'm wholeheartedly a fan of taking a day or two or a week break when you need it or whatever, for mental health and just clearing through and not allowing yourself to be overwhelmed, I'm still going to do that. However, I'm pressing play again. Now the pregnant pause isn't about, oh, when's it going to be over? Now I've recognized that there is a window of opportunity that has opened. There's a window that exists in this moment in time that if we don't get our foot through, our head through, our shoulders through, once this time is gone, we won't have a time like this again, where we've been isolated to the point where we can focus on, what do I want out of my life? Focus on, who do I want to be? How have I been showing up in the world before this, and what don't I like about it, and how can I improve it? What can I do to make the change, to better my life, to be better for my children, my spouse, my community, my church, all of these things. So I want to challenge you as well to start doing. Take your foot off of that brake. Take the gear out of neutral. Shift. Change. The word I kept hearing earlier was pivot. Yes, things are different. No, it's not what we wanted. It's not what we planned. We could not have planned this. It is still going on. I saw on CNN yesterday something about some kind of COVID-like flu in China. I said, come on now, China. Please, Lord, don't let there be nothing else that comes out of it. But while we cannot predict when it'll be over, we cannot make it go any faster. What we can do is optimize this opportunity that we have. We can make the most of this. Yes, take the time that you need to process through, but don't use that as an excuse to stay stuck on pause. Get back into it. Get up and get moving. I'm just going to say it. It's time. Because so much of if we allow ourselves to stay seated, it'll be harder to get up when it's time. We won't be ready to present what needs to be presented when the opportunity comes. If you've been writing a book, write the book. Once this is over, or before this is over, you may get an opportunity to present your idea, to have your manuscript. Get at least 30 pages of it down. Record the content. Write the curriculum, the course that you're trying to do. Sing the song. Write the song. Do the thing. Do the thing. With whatever you have, whatever means you have. No, it may not be perfect, but it can be done. Remember we talked I think it was like a month ago, when good enough is better than perfect? This is that point. Get it done. Get it done. Maximize the opportunity. This window that's open, we do not know how long it's going to be open. We don't know how hard it's going to slam shut. But we want to be on the other side of the open window when it closes. So I'm challenging you. Get up, do it, get it done, record, post, write, start, then continue. Start, then continue. And so that's my message for you today. I've been saying it to myself. You got a video today. As a result of just do it. Get off of pause. Okay, now you're ready. Let's get it done. So, hopefully, you are going to put your discipline behind the motivation and get it done, whether you feel like it or not. Literally, there's somebody who will be impacted by whatever you're doing, saying, writing, recording, singing, making, creating, even if it's just improving yourself. That counts hugely. So you might see me again this week. I'm thinking you might, because I've got about 3 more. I'm just gonna say it's floating around that have been outlined. But I hope you listen to what I'm saying, and if it strikes a chord with you and you know there's something you need to do, take the step. Doesn't all have to be done today. Baby steps count. Baby steps count. So, till next time, I'm just gonna say it. Get it done. Talk to y'all later.